YouTube.com, Jamestown, North Carolina. We're going to be doing politics real quick, switching it up on take 2. I was noticing here on the Yahoo.com, Archbishop of Canterberry says U.S. has lost moral ground. Now, I want to talk about England and the Canterbury Tales, and I read the Canterbury Tales, and I think that the media completely lies the last 50 years regarding our ally or non-ally, our friends, our whatever occurred after or during the 1776 revolution. But I'm starting to find that England has been invading our culture since World War II. And in fact that Archbishop of Canterbury says that we've lost our moral ground, I'm going to have to disagree with them. I think people have not lost their moral ground. Our leaders are shit and it's not our fault. But your leaders are shit also. And your above the leaders lies to all of us in a fucked up manner. We're going to talk about Elvis and why Elvis had to go to the army during that span when no one heard of the Beatles. And I'm going to talk about Elvis and the Beatles on my next take, since the Canterbury wants to sit there and criticize our moral ground versus their moral ground. We're going to talk about Elvis was rolling in 1956, 57, 58. Then all of a sudden, he had to go to the army, which really hurt his career. So when he came back, he wasn't as he was, nor was he back on a level playing field, because at the time it was only Elvis. He is the king of rock and roll. But when he took him out, other people started coming in, like the Beatles. Had that not occurred, they would not have become, or the recognition that occurred, in my opinion. I want to talk about why at the time, the conspiracy theory, Elvis, why he had to go to the army, which he did and served valuably. And he came back into the music business, but at the time when he came back, there were a lot more groups, where at the time before he went in the army, it was only Elvis, pretty much. That's take 2.